Welcome to English Stories for Listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you genuinely want to be fluent in English.
Learning to think in English is a journey that can transform your experience with the language. If you live in a place where English is spoken daily, you naturally get immersed in it. However, many people learning English don't have this advantage. They might be self-taught, and their opportunities to practice English are limited. When speaking, they might find their speech slower than they'd like, translating from their native language. This can sound unnatural because each language has its own sentence structure. Thinking in English can bring you closer to fluency. It's not difficult but requires conscious effort and practice. Start small by thinking in individual words. Look around you and name each object in your surroundings. Charles Thomas, an experienced English teacher, advises his students to do this wherever they are. It becomes a habit over time, with words like computer, telephone, chair, and desk naturally coming to mind. Start with nouns, then add verbs. You can also do this exercise at home when you wake up or before you go to sleep. Teacher Andrew Hinshaw finds this exercise helpful. He teaches English and remembers how his Vietnamese students would label everything in their rooms. This helped English words stick in their heads. Most experts suggest starting with small exercises like thinking in individual words. It's a simple yet effective first step. Another helpful exercise is describing objects you don't know the words for. For instance, if you can't think of the word garage, you might describe it as the place inside where I put my car or next to my house where I keep things. Using phrases like it's similar to or it's the opposite of can also be beneficial. Hinshaw says this technique can help learners of any language. He uses it himself as a Spanish learner. Next, try thinking in simple sentences. If you're sitting in a park, tell yourself things like, "It's such a beautiful day," or "People are playing sports with their friends." Once this becomes easy, move on to more difficult sentences. Hinshaw uses this exercise to think about what he wants to say to people in Spanish. He tries to put sentences together in his head without worrying too much about correctness. Describing your daily activities is another useful exercise. Thomas asks his beginner students to describe their day using simple present verbs. They might think, "I put on my shirt," or "he drives the bus." You can also mentally make plans in the morning. This involves using other verb tenses, so it's a bit more advanced. You might tell yourself, "When I leave the house, I'm going to get an iced coffee. Then, I'll take the train to class. I'm studying with Paula today. She said she booked a study room at the library for 2 p.m. Imagine yourself in a conversation. Ask questions and think of replies. This is a great way to practice what you might say in real conversations. For example, if an imaginary person asks, "What did you think of the award show last night?" Imagine your answer. You can do this out loud or in silence. It's an effective way to practice. For these exercises, you will encounter words and phrases you don't know. Use a dictionary, and if your skill level allows, try using an English-to-English dictionary. Hinshaw suggests writing down 5 to 10 new words and phrases each day. Keeping a notebook helps you remember the situations where you needed those words. This makes it easier to recall them when you're in similar situations again. Practice these exercises daily. Thomas says consistency is key. Doing it every day, little by little, helps make it a habit. Over time, these thoughts will pop up naturally, and you'll find yourself thinking in English without effort. Now, let me share a story about Maria, a girl from a small town. Maria always dreamed of learning English. She didn't have many resources, but she had determination. Every morning, she would wake up and practice thinking in English. She started with simple words, naming everything she saw. Bed, window, sun, she'd say. It became a habit, and soon these words came to her naturally. One day, Maria found an old English book at a flea market. It became her treasure. She read it every night, trying to understand the sentences. She would describe things she didn't know in her head. This is a story about a girl who is happy, she'd think. Slowly, she moved on to simple sentences, like the sky is blue or birds are singing. Maria didn't have anyone to practice speaking with, so she imagined conversations. She'd ask herself questions and think of answers. What will I do today, she'd wonder. I'll go to the market and buy some fruits, she'd reply in her mind. This practice became a part of her daily routine. Years passed, and Maria's efforts paid off. She got a scholarship to study in an English-speaking country. It was a dream come true. On her first day, she felt nervous but remembered her practice. She looked around and named things in English, just like she had done back home. This calmed her nerves. One evening, Maria met a girl named Emily at the university library. They started talking, and Maria used her English. It was slow, but it was natural. She realized she was no longer translating in her head. She was thinking in English. Emily became her friend, and they often studied together. Maria's confidence grew. Maria's journey wasn't easy, but her story is a testament to the power of determination and daily practice. Thinking in English had become second nature to her. She often thought about her small town and how far she had come. She knew her journey could inspire others. If she could do it, so could they. In the end, Maria's story reminds us that with dedication, anything is possible. Her journey from thinking in single words to speaking fluently in conversations is a beautiful example of what one can achieve. Maria's story brings tears to those who hear it, not because of sadness, but because of the beauty of her perseverance and the joy of her success. So, as you embark on your journey to think in English, remember Maria. Start small, be consistent, and practice daily. Over time, you'll find yourself thinking in English naturally. And who knows? Your story might inspire someone else, just like Maria's does. Maria's story continues as she navigates her new life in an English-speaking country. She faces challenges but embraces them with the same determination that brought her here. In her classes, she listens intently, taking notes in English. She practices speaking with her classmates and professors, always seeking to improve. Each day, her confidence grows and her fluency improves. She also joins a local community group to volunteer her time and meet new people. At first, the conversations are daunting, but she pushes through the fear. She uses the same techniques she learned back home, naming objects, describing things she doesn't know, and imagining conversations. Her new friends are patient and supportive, helping her feel more at ease. One day, Maria is invited to give a speech at a community event. She is nervous but excited for the opportunity. She prepares diligently, writing and rewriting her speech. She practices in front of a mirror, thinking in English the whole time. On the day of the event, she stands in front of the audience and takes a deep breath. She begins to speak, and her words flow naturally. She tells her story, from the small town girl with a dream to the confident young woman standing before them. The audience is moved by Maria's journey. They see the determination and hard work it took for her to achieve fluency. Some are inspired to start their own language learning journeys. Others are reminded of their own struggles and triumphs. Maria's speech is a testament to the power of perseverance and the importance of thinking in English. After the event, many people approach Maria to congratulate her and share their own stories. She listens and offers words of encouragement. She knows that everyone has their own path and that with effort, they too can achieve their dreams. Maria's story doesn't end here. It continues as she pursues her studies and makes new friends. She knows there will be more challenges, but she is ready to face them head-on. Maria's journey is a beautiful example of what can be achieved with dedication and practice. Thinking in English has opened up new opportunities for her and enriched her life in countless ways. She hopes her story will inspire others to take the first step on their own journeys. With patience, persistence, and practice, they too can learn to think in English and unlock a world of possibilities. So, remember Maria's story as you embark on your own language learning journey. Start small, be consistent, and practice daily. Embrace the challenges and celebrate the progress. Over time, you will find yourself thinking in English more naturally and confidently, and just like Maria, you will discover that the journey is as rewarding as the destination. Maria's story is a testament to the power of belief in oneself. Her small town roots didn't define her potential, her determination did. She shows us that it's not where we start, but how we move forward that matters. Maria's success in thinking and speaking in English wasn't just a result of her efforts, but also of her unwavering belief that she could achieve her dreams. In her new home, Maria also takes time to give back. She starts a language exchange group where people from different backgrounds come together to practice languages. She helps them with English while they teach her their native tongues. This exchange of knowledge and culture enriches everyone involved. Maria finds joy in helping others and continues to grow herself. As Maria's life unfolds, she reflects on her journey and the lessons learned. She understands that language learning is not just about mastering a new tongue, but also about connecting with others, embracing new cultures, and growing as a person. Each new word, phrase, and sentence she learns opens up a new world of experiences and opportunities. Maria's story touches the hearts of many. It's a story of hope, perseverance, and the transformative power of language. It's a reminder that no matter where we come from or the obstacles we face, we have the power to achieve our dreams. Maria's journey is a beacon of inspiration for all who hear it. So, as you continue to learn and think in English, carry Maria's story with you. Let it remind you that every small step forward is progress, that practice and persistence are key, and that you have the potential to achieve great things. With each new word you think in English, you are one step closer to fluency and the countless opportunities it brings. Maria's journey shows that the effort to think in English is not just a language exercise but a life-changing practice. It transforms how you see the world and interact with it. It builds bridges between cultures and people, fostering understanding and connection. As you practice thinking in English, you are not just learning a new language, you are expanding your horizons and opening doors to new experiences and friendships. In the end, Maria's story is about more than just learning English. It's about the power of dreams, the strength of the human spirit, and the beauty of perseverance. It's about believing in yourself, embracing challenges, and never giving up. Maria's journey is a testament to the fact that with dedication and practice, anything is possible. So start small, be consistent, and practice daily. Think in English and let your dreams take flight.